What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Boys Are Back in Town podcast. My name is Dustin. I'm here with my co-host.
Yeah, it's Brett. So next week of fantasy championship, we are not going to be recording. We will be on a cruise, so no pod next week. And so we're going to go ahead and start a transition about how we're going to go about after, playoffs of fantasy.
Yeah, so basically if you guys are long-time watchers over here, you know that we just basically cover fantasy football. That's what we did last year. That's what we've been doing the bulk of this year. But we're going to try something new since fantasy is ending. Most people's championships are next week, and like he said, we're going to be missing that. So we're probably just going to transition out of it now. If you guys have guys, you know who to start, all right? You're here. You're in the semifinals. You know who to start. You know what you're doing. Good luck in your championships. We wish you the best. But we're gonna switch it up. So coming back off our cruise, we're gonna probably do a podcast where we talk about DraftKings. So in DraftKings lineups, you get a budget, and then there's player prices, and then we're just gonna hit our targets for players like that. Do you wanna jump in on that?
Yeah, and the best thing about DraftKings is it's legal everywhere to do, just your DFS lineups. You don't have to, like I live in Missouri, not legal to actually bet, but you can make your own lineups with players like you would do your fantasy lineup, but it's just a DFS type thing.
Yeah.
And so, also, we'll do throughout the playoffs, still talk about the betting stuff, the props and stuff like that, money lines, stuff like that.
Yeah, so the player props, if you do follow us on Twitter, we've been doing our squad rides. Those have been a lot of fun. I think we've been having a lot of fun making those. If you guys have been enjoying those, that's awesome. We're having fun making them. It's hard not to like to gamble. Not going to push it on anybody, but it's kind of fun to bet player props. But we'll be hitting targets that we like on player projections and stuff like that. So that's going to be the bulk of it. The rest of this podcast, we're going to actually go into something new. We're going to be talking about who we think are going to make the playoffs, like just the actual NFL teams. It's kind of coming down. There's still 26 teams in the playoff hunt, so it's going to be a good time the rest of the season. There's 3 more games left. Then we're going to jump into our play of the week like we normally do, and then round out with our game picks. So, let's just start out with our playoff predictions here. Do you want to start with our division winners?
Yeah, for sure.
Or do you want to do wild card?
We can go division winners first. Both of the number 1 seeds I think will be pretty obvious. No one's going to take it from the Ravens and the Niners.
Yep.
That's the only thing that's really set in stone. We can discuss the NFC first. The 2 and the 5 seed will either be the Cowboys or the Eagles. Depending on how everything lays out. As long as the Eagles lose one NFC game and the Cowboys don't lose an NFC game and their record stays the same, Dallas can keep that number 2 seed, but I don't see it happening.
So, honestly, it's going to be kind of tough for Philly to not lose the NFC East here. They get the rest of their schedule is a cakewalk. As a Giants fan, it's going to be tough for them to even compete with the Eagles, just based on what our team looks like right now. So the Eagles are probably going to win the East.
Yeah.
Dallas has a chance to win the East if they beat Miami this week. I think that'll cement them. But it's a lot easier for Philly to win out than it is for Dallas to win out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Dallas
I think the West is locked up.
Yeah, Dallas is playing.
Yeah, you guys have a hard schedule.
Dolphins, Lions, Washington. So should pick up 2 out of the 3 there. We're playing Lions at home. Should be pretty easy. But yeah, the NFC West definitely locked up with the Niners. And
yep. Have a couple teams that could sneak into the wild card there. We can get into that later.
Yeah. NFC
North, I think the Lions have that locked up.
Yep. And then South.
The South is going to get fun.
It's the Bucs.
I'm personally so bought into the Bucs.
Yep.
I think they're fun as hell to watch. I'm also just a giant Baker fan. I don't shy away from that. I think the Big Show's the funnest show to watch, besides for CJ Stroud when he's cooking. But big fan of Baker. So yeah, that the NFC, pretty much every division besides the East and the South are locked up. But we are going to have a fun wild card in the NFC, in my opinion, a lot
Yeah.
more fun than the AFC.
Yeah.
The AFC East, I can see the Bills coming out on top over here.
I do think the Bills will come out on top, and I think they'll have the same record, probably about 11-6, both of them, both finishing with a 4-2 division record. So it'll put it into a conference record, and the Bills.
Oh no, they play week 18.
Yeah, but that's why I think the Bills will beat them. I think the
out.
Bills will beat them, and that'll put them both 11-6 if they
Well-
win respective games that they should win.
Yeah, so it'll come down to because I don't think Miami wins another game.
I really think Miami could beat Dallas in Miami, and that's coming from me. So
Yeah.
Miami plays Dallas next week. Bills play the Chargers
Ravens after that.
So that's easy win for the Bills. Hard
Bills
win for
play
the
the
Chargers
Patriots after that.
Yeah, Bills beat the Patriots, so they're going to win the next one. I do think the Ravens will beat the Dolphins, so
Yeah.
that'll put an L on them. And then the Bills will beat the Dolphins week 18 and give them the same record. But it is also possible
if
for
yeah.
that's also possible for so the Bills are going to win out, and then the Dolphins are going to lose out. Now, if the Bills win and then lose to the Dolphins, I don't know how that'll end up happening. Like
Well,
affecting
it'll be 10-7, 10-7. But since Miami would have the tiebreaker in the division, they have a better division record and a better conference record. They are 7-3 in the conference, so
I can look
Miami would hold the AFC East.
Yeah, so it just depends on how it all works out. But I think the Bills could win that one. Moving on to
100%.
we can go into another close one, AFC South. I think it's going to come down to the Jags, the Texans, and the Colts all finishing 10-7, but the Jags finishing with a better division record, giving them the division winner.
Yeah, who do the Jags finish out their season with? I'm gonna pull this up real quick. So I think the
Steelers.
Titans are not the Titans. The Colts are getting hot right now. But yeah, the Jags have Tampa Bay, Carolina, Tennessee to finish out their season. They really should come out with 2 wins there.
Yeah, I
if
got
we're
the
being
Jags
honest.
losing to Tampa Bay, beating Carolina, of course, and then beating the Titans. So 10-7 is very easy for them.
Yeah, 10-7 is also pretty easy for the Colts here. I mean, honestly, 11-7 could happen because the Colts play. If CJ Stroud doesn't get back onto the field by week 18, that's probably going to be a walk game. They got Atlanta. Doesn't look
They'll
great.
beat Atlanta.
They'll probably beat Las Vegas.
They'll beat
in
the
my opinion.
Raiders if they can beat the Raiders. Raiders are tough.
The Raiders it's very hit or miss. Either they're the best team in the AFC West or they're the worst.
Stroud will be back by week 18 at least, and will beat the Colts and maybe give them a sneaky wild card. We'll see when we talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah, because I mean the Texans this week, if they got some who's is it Case Keenum starting over there? It's going to be Case Keenum versus Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco has been cool in Cleveland. So I don't know, man. I think Cleveland definitely has a wild card spot locked up, though.
Yes. So that was like the NFC or AFC North. Ravens got that locked up. AFC West, Chiefs locked that one
Chiefs
up.
got
I
locked
think.
up,
Yep.
obviously. Yep.
Well,
So
the Broncos were only one game behind.
yeah, them losing this week kind of
Killed them.
it kind of put a damper on them winning their division because it was possible with them beating the Chiefs earlier in the season, but it's
I've
just not
actually
looking good now.
I've got the Broncos winning 2 out of their last 3, but not enough to make the division or make the wild
I think
card.
they'll end with a 9-8, and
Yeah.
it might be good enough.
No, 9-8
It's
is
not
not going to
likely.
make it because there is going to be a 10-7 team in the AFC not make the playoffs.
Yeah, that being no.
Yep.
You think?
Yep.
Which one? Houston or Indianapolis do you got going 10-7 not getting in?
Colts missing because of their division record.
Yeah, with the division record at 3-2, sorry Colts fans, it's gonna take a miracle. You're sitting pretty right now, but the Bills are about to jump you.
Need the Texans
The Bills
to
are
lose
about
out
to jump
some.
you.
Yep. As long as and the Browns will stay ahead of you.
Yeah, so Cincinnati does play Pittsburgh, so them beating if Pittsburgh does beat Cincinnati, that'll help your chances out a lot. Pittsburgh's just kind of playing like shit.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh could beat Cincinnati.
Oh, easily. I mean, anything can happen with the backup quarterback.
Yeah, well, Jake Browning, he's not going to be elite forever. Like, the dude's good.
He's been a monster.
Yeah, the dude's good, but he's not going to be like that forever.
No, I mean he's shining in a really good system, and that's it's just how it goes. I mean, if in these same games that Jake Browning's putting up 300 yards, Joe Burrow would be putting up 5.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody's like, "Oh, Jake Browning should be Joe Burrow is nothing. It's fucking system. Jake Browning's looking good." It's like, all right, listen, Joe Burrow had like 8 games last year where he went over 400. Let's relax.
Yeah.
Elite passer. But I think my wild card teams, I'm gonna lock them in as the Browns, the Bills, if they don't win the division, and whatever that goes down to. If Miami wins the division, if the Bills win the division, then Miami's gonna be a wild card. Yep. And then I'm gonna go ahead and sneak in. I think the Texans. If Stroud can get back healthy, I do like the Texans making the last wild card.
Yep, I've got 1 seed Ravens, 2 seed Chiefs, 3 seed Bills, 4 seed Jags, 5 seed Browns, 6 seed Dolphins, 7 seed Houston.
Yep, and it really comes down to who wins AFC East.
Colts missing the playoffs with 10-7 record.
Yeah, I did not notice their division record
is very poor.
But the Bengals' division record is piss poor. They have not won a division game this year. So that makes sense that the Steelers could beat them there. I do definitely think they get knocked out.
Yeah, poor Steelers are going to have a 4-2 division record by the end of the year and still miss the playoffs.
Man, they started out hot. That's sad. What were they? They were like 7-3, dude. That was wild.
Pittsburgh
Tough
was a
turnaround.
Yeah, crazy. NFC, we matched up on the last one. I've got 49ers 1 seed, Cowboys 2 seed, which probably won't happen, but Lions 3 seed, Bucks 4 seed, Eagles 5 seed, Seattle 6 seed, Green Bay 7 seed.
Yeah, the way it's sitting right now, Minnesota and the Rams are still in. Not going to happen. I don't like Seattle making it in, if we're being honest. There's a lot of things that can happen here. I'm going to go ahead and say the Saints get in as probably the last team in as the 7th seed. And then maybe Seattle. I definitely don't like Green Bay. I guess Seattle's probably better off to make it than the Rams. But the Rams also have an easier schedule because they get to play. They play the Saints this week on Thursday Night Football. Then they got the Giants. So they got an easy 1, probably 2 wins there. They round out with the 49ers, which is probably going to be an automatic loss, but the Rams always play the Niners tough. So I mean,
the Seattle's been through an absolute gauntlet the last 3 weeks. Niners, Cowboys. Did they play the Niners again already, or is it Niners, Cowboys, Eagles, Niners? I think is how their last 4 weeks are going to go, like how they've been. So they've been through a gauntlet. They beat the Eagles, put up 30-something points on the Cowboys. This week, they play the Titans. That's a dub. Next week, they play the Steelers. That's a dub. And week 18, Arizona. That's a dub. They're winning out. They're going to make the playoffs.
Oh,
yeah. 10-7, make the playoffs. That 10-7 in the NFC is going to make the playoffs easily. I wouldn't be surprised if a 9-8 ends up making it in. Honestly, there's always upsets. Green Bay 9-8, make the playoffs. Like no one else. It's either going to be Green Bay or, like you said, the Saints. Maybe finish 9-8. But
I just really like the Saints' last 3 being Rams, Tampa Bay, Atlanta. I think they could come away with 2 there. I think they lose to Tampa Bay, but I do think that they could beat the Rams and Atlanta.
I got the Rams finishing 9-8 as well, but the conference record must be better. But yeah, Cowboys, Eagles, Lions, 49ers, they're all pretty obvious. And
yeah, they're locked up. Yeah, I mean the AFC South is still the NFC South is so it can
still
the Saints can still win the division.
I'm pretty sure the
Falcons can still win the division.
They can still win.
Yeah,
but I think I have the Falcons losing out. So yeah, Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons have a tough last 3.
L to
definitely an L to Chicago. I think Chicago is
yeah.
just an absolute powerhouse right now.
Chicago, I think, will win out. Well, no, they won't beat Green Bay at Green Bay.
I don't know. That's
yeah,
they
that's
just
true.
did.
They could beat, but
they just
they're playing
probably
at
got
Green, they're playing at
the
Green
Lions
Bay, though.
Yeah, in Lambeau, that one's a tough one.
And I think Falcons lose to the Saints week 18.
Yeah, so yeah, no, I'm kind of locked into Seattle, and then I don't know about Green Bay. I'm going to go ahead and say Seattle Saints for me is how I think that one's going to go down. And then you said what, Seattle, Green Bay?
Yeah, the top 5 are pretty obvious. Niners, Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
Lions, Bucks, Eagles. I guess the Bucks isn't obvious, but it is for me.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just like I said. The Bucks is obvious for me mainly because I do think they're the best team in the division.
Yeah,
it's possible that they don't win the division because they're in a 3-way tie right now or a 2-way tie, and then someone biting at their heels.
So if we're both lockstep on the playoff seedings, so
yep.
Give me Eagles, Bucks. Who's winning?
The Eagles got that one.
Eagles, okay. Yep, same.
Yep.
Lions, Seattle.
It depends.
It's hard.
It depends.
It's hard.
It depends on because the Lions will have home field there.
They will. They will have home.
I'm
going
Campbell
Lions.
at home.
I'm going Lions.
I'm going Lions. Give me Dan Campbell at home there.
And then Cowboys, Packers. I'm going boys.
I think the boys got that one rolled out.
Moving over to the AFC. Jags, Browns. That's a toss-up. But I think if Trevor Lawrence is healthy, I think the Jags could win this game.
I do too, but since I'm just been a bandwagon Joe Cool fan, go ahead and give me Joe Flacco and the Browns. I really like the Browns defense, and that offense is clicking right now.
And I know it's funny. No matter how this turned out, the Bills both finished. The Bills and Dolphins. It's the 3 or the 6 seed, so they play each other again. They'll play each other 2 weeks in a row if this happens. That's wild. If either one wins and makes the number 1 seed, so it's just all they're playing for pretty much is if they both make the playoffs is the home field advantage the next week.
It's home field, yeah.
So that's kind of nuts.
Honestly, if Buffalo wins it, give me Buffalo because Miami can't get it done in Buffalo. Not a whole lot of teams can. If Miami wins it, give me Buffalo. Don't care. I'm going to go ahead and
I got Buffalo, yeah. Chiefs, Texans.
Either way.
Chiefs, Texans, pretty obvious.
If CJ Stroud's healthy, I'm going to go ahead and take Stroud in the Texans here.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
Have you seen the Chiefs play lately?
Yeah,
they
but
really just put up a stinker against the Patriots.
Playoff football is a little different.
Yeah, but the playoff receivers are still going to drop balls and cause picks. I'm just not bought into the Chiefs right now, if we're being honest.
So what's your early, I guess it's not super early, Super Bowl teams?
Man, as much as I want to say give me the 1 seeds, it's probably going to be Niners.
Yep.
And then
no way you hit me on this.
I do really think that the Ravens are the best team in the AFC, man. I do.
Okay. I got Niners Bills. I think the Bills fair. I think the Bills are going to win out and then win out the playoffs.
Well, the thing is right now the Bills are clicking, man. They look really good. Unfortunately, we both took Cowboys last week, and I know as a Cowboys fan, that one probably sucked to watch. But I had a little bit of coin on the Cowboys money line, and y'all let me down.
We
So,
we
a little
discussed
tough.
the week before. We don't take unders. We don't take unders. So we took the James
Never.
Cook under against the Cowboys, and could have.
Yeah.
If someone would have gave you plus 500 odds or plus 1,000 odds on over 200 rushing yards, you'd have been like, oh, no thanks.
Yeah, I wouldn't have, I mean, I may have thrown like 5 on it for gets and shiggles, but like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He just made me look silly. So, yeah.
Never
Definitely
again.
was it
Never
just-
again.
I think that was like both our sits too. Like I didn't like it
checked
at all.
and I made sure it was not James Cook sit. And I was like, oh, thank God. I sat James
Oh wait,
Conner.
I think I sat Brian Robinson.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
yeah. We both avoided the James Cook sit for some reason.
Oh man, got lucky there.
Yeah, for real.
So who is your Super Bowl prediction?
Bills Niners.
Bills Niners. I do think that's I think we could do a Super Bowl hopeful who we think's gonna be hoping in the playoffs since the Giants will not be in it. I am gonna take my talents to Houston. We're gonna be Texas strong for CJ Stroud if he's in. If not, if CJ Stroud is somehow just concussion done for season, give me Joe Cool beating the Niners in the Super Bowl.
It would be cool, but I do hope Dallas makes the freaking Super Bowl, dude.
Obviously. And getting a little Bills matchup would be awesome.
Yeah.
A little rematch there in the Super Bowl. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool one.
I want it bad.
This year's the year, man.
I hope so.
All right, so let's jump into our plays of the week, huh?
Play of the week. Oh boy.
I'll let you go first since yours is before mine. Mine's the last game of the week.
My play of the week is the Commanders plus 140. We already discussed. I think the Commanders are going to beat the Jets.
Yep.
The Jets don't even know who they're playing at quarterback. It's probably going to be Trevor Siemian. The Commanders, Sam Howell did get benched for Jacoby Brissett, but they did come out and say that Sam Howell will be the starter this week, and I think they will just either probably rush for 200 yards or something like that. I do believe that Commanders could come out and win this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's the worst ranked offense versus the worst ranked defense. In a game of people who can't put up points, go ahead and give me the worst ranked defense. I think the Commanders can still put up points against the Jets. It's just a matter of can the Jets offense even get something generated against the worst defense in the league. We'll see. I do like plus 140. I think that's going to be a good parlay booster for me during the noon games.
Yeah.
I think I'll throw that money line in with a little Seahawks at minus 135, and let's see here, probably. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really like anything else. Colts at minus 102 against the Falcons is juicy. I like that.
I do like the Colts even money.
So this week, I tend to stay away from spreads, but I think this one is just too good to not hit. So we got a battle of the 1 seeds on Christmas night. On Christmas at 7:15, we got the Ravens playing the 49ers. Go ahead and give me the Ravens at plus 5. So as much as I'm going to take the money line, I'm going to advise you to not do that and just take the plus 5. This game's going to be settled by a field goal.
Yeah, no, I am super excited for that game. Wherever we are on that ship, we better be sitting down watching that game.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be rocking my Cowboys jersey either way and cheering for the Ravens because I've been a big Ravens guy this year. Lamar's been my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've also got a little parlay here. I hit on SGP parlay last week. Like these little, alternate lines, helps out a lot, keeps your odds okay, but also easier to hit. Baker over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He threw for 4 last week, 2 the week before. He's thrown for at least 2 touchdowns 6 out of the last 8 weeks. So I also think he'll throw over 218.5 yards. Now, the line's set at like 234.5, but you can get like minus 170 at the 218 mark, which he's hit all but one time, I think, since
I know
2.
he always dots up the 200, low 200
the Jags
lines,
are allowing crazy passing numbers the last like 5 weeks. And then Mike Evans anytime touchdown. I hate anytime touchdown to add to parlays, but it's a booster, and
I'm in here with you. Let me guess your next one. You got Rashad White over 78.5 rushing plus receiving yards.
100 plus.
Oh, man, I didn't get to see the line, but I love that.
100 plus rushing and receiving. I hit last week, and I had a parlay with that, but the parlay didn't hit. No, that's the parlay that did hit, I think. The Bucks parlay.
It did.
Yeah, that's the parlay that did hit. And I had Rashad White, 100 plus rushing and receiving. Hit that. It's hit the last 3 weeks in a row. I think it's going to happen again. Jags defense is not that good. And Rashad White is a numbers guy. Dear God.
He is good. He is very good at football.
That parlay all those together, plus 480, $10, you win you almost $60. I don't know. Pretty easy money to me.
Yeah, I just pulled that up on mine. It's plus 490 to me. I don't know if you the lines have moved a little bit, but I just made it while we're doing it. $10 to win 59. That's pretty good turnaround for 4 likely
and
things.
Especially if you had bigger units, $100 when you $590.
So, $590. Yeah, it just depends on what your unit size is. Yeah. What it comes down to there is probably going to be Mike Evans getting in the end zone. Yeah. Don't think that's going to be a problem. I love Mike Evans.
Yeah, Evans has scored at least once in the other than last week or the week before last. He scored at least once in the last 5 weeks or something like that. I was looking at it.
Yeah, he's an absolute dog. So, that's Plays of the Week. You want to round out with our game picks? Finish them out here. Finish strong.
Yeah, so we started off hot last week. Hit all the Saturday games. I hit the Thursday game. You didn't. Falcons, Giants, they screwed us both. Titans didn't win. And then we both missed on the Cowboys game. But, so how we ended up, you picked the Seahawks over the Eagles. Hell of a call. But you also picked the Bears and the Jets. Those were not good calls, by the way.
Jets look good. Bears look good. Come on.
Yeah, but they both lost. So I finished 11-5. You finished 9-7. Got 2 games back on you because over the last 2 weeks you had gained 3 games on me. Did not like that. I'm now up to 143-81. You're up to 118-106. So let's get started with these.
Hey, but my money lines have been hidden. Come on now, I've been picking good money lines. So. It's Thursday Night Football. We're probably going to be in it for a good one. I think this is going to be a good matchup myself. We got the Saints versus the Rams. +4 spread for the Saints. What do you got?
I'm going to go ahead and go Rams because the Rams have been just pretty unstoppable. I think Matt Stafford's going to have another massive day, another Cooper Kupp day. Most likely Kyron Williams going to have 100+ yards again. I like it a lot.
Yeah, so the Rams, they're going to be facing a pretty tough Saints defense, but I'm definitely going to go ahead and stick with the Rams. And honestly, while we're at it, give me the -4. I like the spread.
Yeah, that's
just low enough to be enticing, so I like it. Saturday games. We got some Saturday games here. Let's go at Bengals Steelers. We got a doubleheader on Saturday.
I'm glad we don't have a noon game Saturday. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. I'm going, like I talked about earlier, it's probably not going to happen, but I'm going Steelers because the Steelers are due for a win.
I don't think so. Big Jake Browning guy right now. Go ahead and give me the Bengals at -130 and the -2 spread. I'll stick with it. Go ahead and give it to me. I do like the under on this game a lot. Under 37 is pretty stout for 2 teams that probably won't be putting up much points. Saturday night game, we got Bills-Chargers. This one's probably going to be a blowout. Give me the Bills.
I assume the Bills will show how good of a team they are this weekend. It's going to be a rough day for the Chargers.
Yeah, they should dismantle the Chargers. Go ahead and give me Bills -11.5, and I'm going to take the over 44 there. I'm assuming the over-under is low because they think the Bills are going to have to do the bulk of that scoring, and I think the Bills can score 44. So
yeah, no, for sure.
Chargers defense sucks.
Getting into Sunday, Christmas Eve, Packers, Panthers. Is that your next one?
We can jump down to
No,
it.
go ahead.
Give me
Go
the
ahead.
Packers.
Do your next one.
Well, we can just do this Packers one, and then we can go up to the mine end. Because I've already said I like the Packers here.
I also like the Packers. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I really do like the -5 spread on that, too. I don't think that's just at all enough points. I think 6 would have been fair, so 5 is a big steal. I like -5 a lot. My next game, this one's going to be juicy for the money line, honestly. We got Seahawks-Titans. The way the Seahawks are playing right now, I really think the Seahawks can come out and just absolutely whip their ass. So give me the Seahawks at -2.5.
Yeah, the Seahawks playing a bad team is going to be great for them. They've been playing tough teams like crazy. I think they're come out and just beat the Titans' ass. No Levis. So back to Ryan Tannehill, game manager. So
Yeah, they're not going to be a whole lot of game to manage there.
no.
Next game, you touched on a little bit. You got Commanders-Jets. You're taking the Commanders here?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to go all
Well,
out.
I will split apart from you and go Jets just
keep-
because I can.
You keep
I don't
taking
like the
them
Commanders,
Jets.
man.
You keep taking them Jets.
We own the Commanders, buddy. Come on. Next game, I got Colts-Falcons. I love the Colts here. 1 point dogs, basically even money line. I love the Colts.
Yeah, no, Colts are going to win this game. Kind of weird that it's an even money line. Yeah, no, I'm taking Colts here.
Yeah, I definitely think the Colts have this one locked up. We did Packers-Panthers last 2 noon games. We got Browns-Texans here. The Texans are 2.5 point dogs with CJ Stroud out. I don't know how much that line shifts with him coming back in. I don't know. Go ahead and give me the Browns, though.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go Browns as well.
Yeah, probably -2.5 too, just because that is just good enough to make it fair. Last game of the noon slate, we got an NFC North showdown between the Lions and the Vikings. I don't think 3 points is just even close to enough. Go ahead and give me the Lions at -3.
Yeah, no, Lions are definitely going to win that one.
Yeah, and Nick Mullins did not look great. Couldn't convert a fucking 2nd and 1. Couldn't convert a 3rd and 1. Couldn't convert a 4th and 1. Let the Bengals walk down and win the game in OT. That was wild. Couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah.
But down to this one. This was one that we both talked about. Jags, Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks here. Sorry,
Buccaneers, baby. Buccaneers. Hey, we've been picking them. They've been winning.
That is fair. We got them back on the right track. This game, I think your pick surprised me a little bit, but we got Cardinals, Bears.
Yeah, no, I'm going Bears. I love the Bears.
Good.
Here.
I am also going
Yeah,
Bears.
no.
I think that's going to be a
I am
massive
not
day
a
for
Cardinals
EA Fields.
guy. Cardinals are terrible.
Guess who the Cardinals beat? You want to talk about it?
Cardinals
Okay, we can
are
go
terrible.
into our next game. We go into our next game. We got the Cowboys and the Dolphins.
So, Cowboys are underdogs because they're not at home. But for the pick's sake, I am going Dolphins.
Yeah, man, Cowboys away from home
I've been
just are not great. They're so bad, dude. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Cowboys at +100. I love a good even money line. I think it's gonna be a battle. It's down in Miami. There's not a whole lot of weather advantage. Like Bill's literally practice in ice storms, so it's kind of unfair to go up to Buffalo. But they're both hot weather teams down there in the South. Go ahead and give me the Cowboys. I don't think they get waxed 2 weeks in a row.
Is that the highest point total of the day too? 50?
Yeah, 50 is definitely the highest.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Football. This one might suck ass. We got Patriots versus the Broncos. Don't know that I will be tuning into this one as intently as the others.
Nope, I don't give a fuck about this. All I know is that under is going to smack. Javonte Williams is going to be ass. Patriots have been great against the run, but I still think the Broncos will pull out a win.
I think the Broncos win. I just think it's in a 13-10 game.
Yep.
You know what? Actually, give me 10-7. I don't even like the Patriots putting up 10.
No.
So go ahead and give me the Broncos at 10. Yeah, that minus 6.5 point spread. I guess plus 6.5 is free on the Patriots. I'll take that, honestly.
Yeah, they'll be lucky if the Broncos score 6.5, let alone.
That's all I'm saying. Like, you got to score
But
six
we
to
also
beat
said
them
this
by
last
six.
week, or the week before, about the Patriots money line. And I picked Patriots money line, but I said it's going to be like 10 to 3, and it ended up being a high scoring game. Like,
Yeah, the Patriots absolutely had today. Zeke had a vintage day. We just love to see that. Christmas morning. Raiders versus Chiefs. It's not the morning, it's afternoon, but noon is basically morning. Give me the Chiefs.
you know what would make my Christmas so much better?
If the Raiders won that game,
The Raiders
I agree.
beat the Chiefs on Christmas Day. That would just make my day.
I personally would think it would be fucking hilarious. So I'm picking the Chiefs, but believe you me, we are Raiders fans.
We
on Christmas
will be
morning.
Raiders fans somewhere in the Bahamas on Christmas Day.
We're riding with you, Las Vegas. We're
Yep.
there.
Bring us home.
For the next Christmas Day game, we got the New York Football Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to change up my pick, so I'm going to go ahead and go Giants here just because I cannot pick the Eagles. I'm never going to pick the Eagles. Give me Tommy Cutlets. Give me Tommy DeVito. Give it to me on Christmas Day. Give me a Christmas miracle one time.
You know, you've been picking against the Eagles for what? Last week? The week before?
I picked against them against the Bills. I picked against them against the
the-
Niners. I picked against them
Wait,
against
wait, wait.
you guys.
Who did the Eagles
beat the
play
Bills
week
barely.
13?
The Bills, right? They played Bills, Bills, Niners, y'all, and then the Seahawks.
And we both picked the Niners.
Yeah.
We both picked the Cowboys. You picked
Yep.
the Eagles over the Seahawks over the Eagles.
Yep.
And then the week before that, week 12,
I picked the Bills over the Eagles.
you picked the Bills, but the Eagles won.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
Got lucky in OT.
So you picked over the Eagles 4 weeks in a row.
3 for
You
4. I'm
picked-
pretty on
You
it.
picked the Chiefs over the Eagles. So 5 weeks in a row, missed that one.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's just see how hatred you've been.
I don't think I picked the Eagles one time this year.
That is nuts. Week 10. Eagles have a bye week 10? Yeah,
Yeah,
they
probably.
did. Week 9. Who did the Eagles play week 9?
I'm all I'm saying is all of their losses, I have picked them. So I've probably been wrong 10 times, but I've been right 4.
You picked the Eagles week 8. They did win, though. They did win.
Barely, but I had faith in y'all.
Week 7. I don't see Eagles on this board at all.
Yeah, bro, I guess I didn't pick them.
I didn't either, though.
Well, yeah, we've established that I hate the Eagles, Brett. You can tell me who you
I
think's
just want to
gonna
see how
win this
hateful
game.
of a motherfucker you were.
Pretty hate. I genuinely hate everything that is Philly. I like the Phillies.
You
Phillies
did.
are cool.
Did the Eagles lose to the Jets?
Yeah,
Yeah, you picked that one.
yeah, sure did. I picked the Jets. I think, didn't I? Didn't I pick the
Yeah,
Jets?
you picked Jets
Yeah.
over Eagles. I got
I
it.
told you, yeah. I fucking hate the Eagles, dude. I don't know what I need to tell you. I genuinely have so much hate in my heart for the
You
Philadelphia Eagles.
picked the Rams over the Eagles.
Bro, yeah, I love the fucking, fuck the Eagles, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my gosh. You picked the Commanders over
I did last year, too.
Wait. Just kidding. No, you picked the Patriots over the Eagles. In week 1.
Let's go. Want to start out on a bad note.
You picked the Vikings over the Eagles.
That was close. That almost happened. We're talking like the Philly even blown any of these teams out. If I would have picked their spread,
the spreads on all those games hit because they were so juiced.
You picked the
and
Eagles
they
in
barely
week.
won.
You picked the Eagles in week 3, and they won.
Well, who'd they play? That
I
isn't
don't
fair.
know. And then you picked the
Yeah.
Eagles in week 4, and they won. So you picked the Eagles 3 times this year. You hating. I hate them too. Don't worry.
I hope everything bad happens this week.
Christmas
and I hope
Day,
that the
we're going
Giants
to be
win.
cheering for the Raiders to beat them damn Chiefs. We're going to be
Heard.
cheering for the Giants to beat the Eagles.
Amen.
And then Sunday or Monday night, we're going to be
Give
cheering
me
for the
the
Ravens
Ravens.
to beat the 49ers because fuck the 49ers too.
Amen. Yep. Go. Let's go Ravens here. Huh? I'm 100% on board. Like I said, +5 is my play of the week. Yeah, guys, that's about all we got. You got any closings?
Oh man, just follow us through this journey. We're having a lot of fun. We're loving the research. We're really trying to grow, and it really is going to take a lot of help. So just subscribe, like, all that good stuff, man. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter.
Yeah, if you are enjoying the content anyway, we're really appreciating all the support that we're getting. But yeah, if you do and you think that maybe your friends will like the podcast, definitely give us a shout out, give us a share. You never know. Yeah, it just a little bit goes a long way for a small channel like us, man. Yeah, that's about all I got. We will see you guys in 2 weeks, week 18.
2 weeks,
Peace.
maybe drop our playoff predictions again.
Yeah, we'll have to. A little playoff update. But yeah.
Peace.